Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Andy.
Evening.
Welcome to a shortened version of the Forgotten North team. Unfortunately, Stan has quote-unquote real-life things that he actually has to deal with today.
You say that. I think he's actually just still in mourning for the fact that he's lost his hammers.
To think that might be the case.
I think he's just mourning the hammers.
Bless him. I mean, I don't blame him, to be honest. So, for I'm sure pretty much everybody who comes across this channel, it was this weekend just gone was Forgotten North 3, our largest GT, and without being funny, I think probably the best one we've ran yet.
Yeah, so it's definitely. It seemed the smoothest one we've run as well.
Yeah, well,
there's very little issues.
You'd think even people as semi-competent as ourselves, eventually, if you hammer a nail enough, it's eventually going to go in. So I think we've just finally cracked it.
It's fine.
That or all attendees have just got to the stage where they just accept what's going on.
I think they have to, really.
But no, I think so this one was our first one where we'd gone into both rooms at the hotel, up to 60 man, this event.
With a live stream.
With a live stream. And
after
if anyone
game
hasn't seen,
we realised there was no internet in the other room. It was a black
with that though, if anyone who's tuned in hasn't seen it, I will link Dowie After Dark's channel beneath in the comments. I mean, he's obviously much more watched than we are, but what an amazing effort him, Dave, and the guys did with the live stream, the cast, and it was incredible and really added something a little special, I think, to the event as well.
Yeah, definitely was a really, really nice twist to it, I think.
So yes, well, before we go into the dry bits and pieces, just talking about winners and stats and everything, let's sort of just a little overview of what the prizes were, and then we can talk through comm and armies and stuff, and while we let a variety of photos from the event just pot our way with a slideshow in the background.
I do think the prizes, to be fair, were lovely.
Definitely. And for anyone who doesn't know how our events run, etc., it's just the three of us. We are not currently in a meaningful conjunction with any kind of
retailer,
shop or retailer or large or a hobby group or anything. It is quite generally just the three of us who've put it all together and run events that I'm incredibly proud that so many people attend. That said, one of the prizes at the back there on that photo is the Cathay Army. That was donated to us as a part of the first prize by Gathering Point Games in Darlington, and we very much appreciate that level of that prize support as well. Also at the front there is a game mat. That was also supplied by Game Mat EU as a bit of prize support, which went to the voted favourite opponent of the event. If anyone hasn't used Game Mat EU, the quality is fantastic.
You won't really find a better gaming mat, to be fair. It's what we all use. It's what everybody uses. If they can.
I mean, it's that mouse mat material is just genuinely lovely to play on.
Yeah.
That
you can roll it up, it doesn't crease, it doesn't do this. It's just nice.
They are. I think the reality is they're the best. As just a mat quality, they're the best mats out there.
Yeah. And then the prizes on the left and right, the little wooden blocks, were for best baggage train.
Yep.
Best single model. Best army.
And then favorite opponent.
Yes.
And then top them all off with the reason Stan is in mourning. We have the incredible first, second, and third place hammers in bronze, silver, and gold, respectively. Which, if I do say so myself, came out incredibly well.
Yeah, they are really nice.
I really want one. I really want our standards to print as one.
Well, you know, if you play well at the Masters, you could have one.
I don't know if I don't think he's going to have a chance to get any more built for
I can't
Masters.
remember what we're doing. I can't remember the
I
prizes.
think they're going to have regular trophies, bigger versions
Yeah,
of
then
that.
for the Open, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I might be such a shame if there's a dropout for Forgotten North 4 and I have to play in it and then try really, really hard to win.
And then the prize that isn't on the table is my favourite prize.
Yeah, for whoever comes last place gets a
Yeah.
free ticket to the next Forgotten North event of their choice.
Yeah, which has been different every time so far.
We've had a different winner and a different last place, and indeed a different favourite opponent at all three events so far, which
And
I
different
think,
favourite art and different best army.
yeah, well,
Can't
through,
remember models, but definitely
yeah,
armies.
I think says a lot about the community that we have and the people that attend. Like, it's easy to want to say straight away, the people who attend were all fantastic. And the sort of camaraderie and sportsmanship and how the event unfolded was incredible.
Yeah. I think also this year, the level of painting was ridiculous.
Oh my
It
goodness!
was
Well,
that
yeah,
hard to
obviously,
pick
as
winners for all the
we
awards.
hopefully, obviously, from the next event, we will have even more awards as the plan to do sort of best in faction. So I looked up and saw that amazing giant by Liam on the screen.
Mr.
Best,
Liam.
hoping to do best in faction for prize support, and I'd also love to see more prizes for painting and hobbying in general.
Yeah.
Because I was blown away by some of the quality of the armies on display, to be honest. Obviously, as we're talking, we're going to see some shots just going through in the background. The reality is, I don't think some of my photos quite did them justice.
I think it's hard. Some of them you're never going to see. Like some of like Jack's like mop stuff without the
Yeah,
LED.
you've really got to get down and look at the detail. It's like what you say every time about Tom's Beastmen. Like, they're the type of army, the more you look, the better they get.
Yeah. If you walk past it in quick glance, it doesn't look good. But then you look at it properly, and it's very like John Blanche effect. Everything's dark, everything's brooding.
Yeah, and I think that summarizes Mop's VC. Stunning the more you look at them. Although there's a number of nice VC, like Liam, who came down from obviously the far north in Scotland. Like, his VC is wonderfully done as well.
Yeah.
So
we
yeah,
had a Skaven player this year.
we did. We had Escape. The only armies not represented were Lizard Men, and I want to say something else.
We had Dark Elves, we had Ogres, we had Demons.
Was it just Lizard Men that weren't there?
I think so. Thinking back,
Which actually is quite remarkable, really, to have everything represented by at least one player.
I can only think of
Obviously,
Lizardmen that weren't there.
A high representation for anyone who hasn't seen our sort of pre-video, of a high representation of VC. Like,
But I think no
that
one's
is what
going to
it
be
is.
shocked by that. They're incredible at the minute.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll circle back around to talk about some of the stats from them shortly. But spoiler alert: 1, 2, and 3. There's Mr. Tool.
It's not too
Just
dangerous
smiling.
terrain, apparently.
Yeah. But I think, I don't know, I would suggest that if obviously May's already sold out, there's
There
already
is
a
a
waiting
reserve
list.
list for those that haven't got on it and want to get on it.
I would say please do get on, because we will have dropouts nearer the time. That is just the nature of the beast.
We do have some spare for the Open still, don't we?
We have, I believe, 3 tickets left for the Masters Open still. And after this fourth, not this weekend, but the weekend after, is Black Country GT, which is the last ranking event of the year. After that, we will be in touch with all qualifiers for the Masters and start offering tickets. Also, I suppose then people will know if they haven't made it, they might want to come to the Open, but I would suggest that might be too late if you're looking for an Open ticket.
Yeah, if you're not definitely in the Masters positions, I would buy an open ticket on the off chance you don't get in, and then you're not stressing.
Agreed. If you're looking to attend sort of the Masters event in January, I would very much suggest getting a ticket because there won't be many left. Well, there's 3 left so far, and I can't imagine they're going to last too much
I think
longer.
they'll probably go, if they don't go before, they'll go on November paydays for people.
I think so. Yeah, I do. And for those who are going to the Masters or expecting to go to the Masters, link to the bottom of this video will be the Eventbrite link, etc. The tickets, sorry, not the tickets, but the hotel rooms and everything on there are for the Masters as well as the Open. So if you want to get your hotel room booked, feel free to do so. Otherwise, general point. Do I have a general point before we break into the what I find really exciting, which is the some of this army stats, etc.
I just say, like, I think this one was probably one of the
Oh my goodness!
easiest to TO. Do we say?
I just skipped that one. I hadn't realised there's a video just going to randomly start playing as well.
Because obviously normally there's up to the 3 of us TO, but this year we did dropouts. I ended up playing game 3 on day 1, and then games 4, 5.
Yeah, so you had half an event.
Yeah, but nothing. There was no real questions that were iffy. There was just generic rule queries.
Yeah, we had a couple of rule queries that got a little bit heated, but sometimes that does happen at the top end. Sometimes when people just get a little bit passionate about things, like there was no trouble by any stretch, and we make the best rules that we make the best judgments that we can make when we're asked to make a rule. No TO or anyone else is infallible by any stretch. So if we did get anything wrong, very much offer certainly my sincere apologies. But we do our best to run as smooth an event as we can, and feedback has been that it was very good. It was very well received.
Yeah. Let's come see your stats. Things that's all you've come for, really.
That's all I've come for. So I think what's interesting is we touched on it earlier. So our 3 winners. So we had Mop, who came in 3rd with Vampires. We had Sam. Congratulations on his first official GT podium.
Is that his first podium?
His first podium, yeah, I believe so.
So he's already finished as far as his dad has with his first one.
Second, and the one and only Keith Wilkinson coming first. So congratulations to all 3 on the wins. Remarkably well, and also you'll see the congratulations to Chris, who came in last place. Congratulations to Chris Rhodes, who got best sports, a favourite opponent, sorry.
Well, with Chris Rhodes, to be fair, I did play him twice this weekend, so he must be that good.
Congratulations to Gary for his baggage train, which was just made me smile, which is why I loved it the most, to be honest. You
will see it in the photos. It's a little dwarf campfire, which you will see.
Yeah, I'll try to, if I notice what's going on in the background, I will stop it. Congratulations to Tom for best individual model for his Herdstone, which is one of those ones that the more you look at it and from different angles, the more you see is incredible.
Yeah, which is while these photos are going through, it's a big Beastman Herdstone. Look for a big round model painted really dark in colour. You won't miss it. It's massive.
And then a particular congratulations to Amy, who won Best Army for what is arguably if not certainly one of the nicest painted armies.
There it is on the screen.
That's her baggage train. So Gary's will become that I think I've ever seen. At Trollhold was
it was an absolutely stunning army.
And in the future, we are hoping to get Amy on for an episode just to talk about the love of modelling and painting and that side of the hobby, because obviously none of us are very good painters or very active hobbyists.
Gary's baggage train, because I think we're going through baggage trains.
There it is. That's the best baggage train. It's a dwarf campfire. Can I just see if I can circle back to that before?
When we showed it, Richie from Dowie After Dark, he was just like, yeah.
I mean, look at it. It's
a
dwarf campfire with a drunken dwarf. It's a good paint job, but it's just, this makes me smile and this brings a bit of joy from the hobby.
If you picture a dwarf baggage train, that is what you pick every time.
Look, man, I just think bravo to Gary. It just looks so bloody cool.
Yeah, it's a lovely model.
does make you smile, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think I was shocked at the level that some people had gone to with their baggage train. Like, it was remarkable.
There were so many that could have won. I mean, that's Nick's. It
Oh,
was really nice.
yeah, there was a load of nice baggage trains. There really were. I definitely agree with you that the level of painting, the level of hobbying has definitely just gone up and up and up every event. And that is not to take away any of the previous winners. I think we've been very, very lucky to really. Sorry, I just realized some of these are videos, so I'll just
There's
pause that
Amy's
there as well.
troll horde.
That is Amy's best army.
Yeah. What you
Winning troll
can't
horde.
see is just off center to the left. There's a little hut, and in that hut does have flashing LED lights.
Yeah, there might be some better photos as we scroll a little bit, just to stop it for a second because we spotted it. Is just stunningly like little bits of conversion everywhere. Individual details. It's this photo. I
Doesn't do
mean,
it
it
justice.
looks good on it, but
Because also at the front, what you can't see is that bit of paper underneath the sheet, the table bit, is actually a guide for what all of her characters and giants do.
I
And
know.
the
I
way
wish
it's
I'd
done,
just got a photo of that as well, to be honest, because
I don't know if we have got a separate photo of that when it's on the other
it's
table.
all
Possibly.
stained and like coloured, and it was just.
Yeah, it was lovely.
It's a remarkable piece of painting, and that
And
we had
she
some
also keeps
wonderful
a record
painters.
on that of all the games she has with us. She's got a record of every game.
It has she.
Yeah,
Just. And there's Tom's army,
yeah.
which part of it won best army at Forgotten North 2.
It's a lovely. It's dark and broody. It's
It's
just
the
lovely.
more you look at it. I know we're going off piece there a little bit. Liam's Warriors, that really love the basing on that. Really pops.
Yeah.
And I like the purple. There's a few more shots now of Amy's troll horde to try to do it a little bit more. And then this was Nick's High Elves. This display board was incredible.
Which again's got LEDs in the water feature that you just can't
Oh,
see in the.
I mean, his whole army was lovely.
Yeah.
And then this one as well was James's Ogres.
Which is a lovely old
LED models, genuinely brilliant. There is, pause it again.
That's the Hearthstone.
This one, our best individual model. The more you look at it and from different angles, it's just so John Blanche style, and
with all the center boards around the side. It's just lovely.
It's really, really interesting. It's much more intricate than it seems at first glance as well, isn't it? It pulls you in, and just you keep seeing different things and different colours. But we had some. I thought this was a wonderful piece of classic painting by Mark P.
Mark's Phoenix, isn't it?
Yeah. Tristan's Warrior Lord. Willie's Bloodthirster, which is the nicest Bloodthirster model GW have produced for me.
Yeah, it's
This giant was incredible.
What you can't see on that is about a foot tall for those that can't see.
Yeah, it's enormous, isn't it? That's a bone grinder giant.
Yeah.
This was the rest of Gary's army. Mao Ying here as well by Connor was, I thought, a beautiful paint job as well.
Yeah.
So just crisp. Detail was classic. And then some crazy lunatic put this on the table as well.
Yeah. We said he could do one model, and he puts down two.
I know you can't. I know honestly that you can't trust these dwarf players. They're just dodgy characters.
Liam's Undead, which is lovely.
Again, you can tell this was a real labour of love from him.
Yeah.
And then this is Mop's army, which again I think is also stunning.
Yeah. All with the LED lights and all the bigger things.
Several more photos of this one, I think, because we're trying to get the LEDs to work, and we're also hopefully going to see some shots very shortly of there it is, the smoke machine working, which I just think bravo from an effort point of view as well. It pours out of one of the little chapel at the back.
Yeah. It just adds something else to it, doesn't it?
It really is quite remarkable. And like this is what Warhammer's all about. This group of people, people engaging with the hobby, and like thank you for everyone who stayed back to. I mean, there's a terrible photo who stayed back for sort of the round out of the event.
Yeah.
Look at that collection of semi-competent people. So there's Chris, who got our last place.
Which, to be fair, he did finish last with a list he didn't write, didn't know what it was, and wasn't the best list, really.
No, it was a
Kind of
terrible list.
my friend.
He did pretty well in his first at Forgotten North 2.
Is that with Chaos Dwarf?
With Chaos Dwarfs. He brought Warriors to this one, and it was a disaster. But he had a good time, and that summarises what it's all about.
I think I played in game 4.
Yeah. And then we've got Chris Rhodes from the far north as well, who won favourite opponent. Lovely guy. We played him. I mean, you played him at this one.
Yeah,
We played him at multiple events now, haven't we? And he's just a genuinely good guy to play.
And to be fair, he does look a bit like a troll slayer as well. So
And confused.
Well, yeah, he's always confused.
We then had Gary, who won, like we mentioned, the best baggage train. Very, very well deserved. He did a sterling job on that. The effort he put into it. Tom, who won our best individual model. Again, taking away a different paint award from his 2 Forgotten North Size attendants so far.
I think he also left with a lot of new business.
Yes. For those who don't know, Tom is the owner and sole worker in UK Resin Print. You find him on Etsy. The quality of his stuff is fantastic.
Yeah.
So if anyone is looking for some 3D prints of sort of various different stuff, Tom's range is massive.
Great for that big centre piece, especially for like baggage trains. It's quite nice.
Like just if you're looking for some stuff, like please do. I'll pop his actual shop in the comments below as well. Like please go have a look. You will not be disappointed. And then we've got Amy there, who absolutely, I don't think there's ever been a more deserving best army winner.
I think the scariest moment of the weekend was me and you moving her board.
That was genuinely terrifying. That was the scariest part of the weekend, was moving that display board.
Yeah, if we'd have dropped
it, you can pick it up to touch it. I was like, absolutely not.
No, I have no interest in moving that at all.
No.
You look very happy in that picture.
Well, I'm a happy guy. We then got Mop, who came in 3rd place, very well deserved, with his flavour of vampires, taking away the bronze hammer. We then have the nice guy, Toll.
Look how happy he looks.
I know, taking silver, very well deserved, with his flavour of vampires. And then we have the one and only illustrious Keith Wilkinson with his flavour of vampires.
To be fair, I think Keith's probably my favourite vampire army, just because the Graveguard are all werewolf conversions.
Yeah.
It's a lovely army.
It's very cool, isn't it? And then, as winner, he was not pleased when I pointed out that if you're filthy enough to play vampires, you're filthy enough to play Cathay.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll actually paint that one up.
He might do, to be honest. And then that brings us back to our start of the pictures there. I'll leave that running in the background while we talk stats, if you like.
Just like the pictures again.
Yeah, if anyone who sort of wants to have a look and see at the background, there's you looking all
that's me before I had to start playing.
Yeah. So we had 8 vampires in attendance. And they came 1, 2, 3. So there's clearly, I think, a vampire problem.
Yeah,
relatively.
It's a big problem.
I think combination of things. One, I think they're an incredibly strong army. Obviously, I think they're also a very strong army that a lot of top players have gravitated towards as well.
Yeah,
and when you get a very strong army that's also played by the top players, that leads to a combination that's going to dominate events.
Yeah, because you don't have many players. I haven't seen many VC players that haven't been generally good players anyway.
Generally speaking, I agree.
Like someone like the Warriors players, the Elves, the Beastmen, the Demons will play for, I don't want to say the fun of the game, but play more relaxed lists and do this, that, and the others.
Yeah.
You don't see that as much with VC.
No, and also sort of this I speak as a competitive player, but competitive players are going to make competitive lists.
Well, to be fair, if you look at Sam used to run elves and did okay with them, but he openly admitted months ago, wasn't it, that he was taking VC
Yeah,
because he wanted to get his
and
points.
he did
Yeah, for
well.
the Masters.
He did pretty well with these elves as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
Sam's a good player. You don't
The
a good
guaranteed Masters,
army.
he took VC.
Just because you've got a good army doesn't mean you're all of a sudden going to go smash events. Because also you've got to play an army that you want to play and enjoy playing.
Yeah.
Because actually, if we then circle back to VC, 8 players, the highest scoring player, Keith, who obviously won our event, he finished on 83 tournament points. Our lowest scoring vampire finished on 52 tournament points.
To be fair, was that also the only one with a vampire?
Yes, correct. So I think the point there, though, is actually there's a range of within the vampire score of 31 points across 5 games, which is actually 6 points a game.
Yeah, which is it's a lot.
It's huge. And the vampires' win rate across the event was 65%, which is, I think, an egregious win rate, but like for a whole faction.
Yeah, but when you look at the top players, like you look at Keith, Sam, Charlie, Mop, they all agree that VC need comping, and that's the people that play them.
Yeah,
I don't think you get a bigger indictment. They're saying we need our army comp because it's too good.
Yeah, and I suppose you can see that from their loss rate was only 20%, and that's across 8 players,
And
which
to
is
be
a lot of
fair,
games.
a lot of them were VC versus VCs.
Exactly that. Yeah. So I don't think anyone disagrees that the vampire problem exists and needs toned down a bit. I think we got the Cathay comp right.
Yeah.
So if I compare that to say Cathay at the moment, so Cathay we had 4 players playing Cathay.
Mm-hmm.
Their top score was 74 points, and that was Chris, who hats off from came in at a very very respectable 5th place. Only 1 point behind 4th place and 3 points away from podium. 0 balloons, so the comp worked in that regard. He went shug bonk list and cannons, and some other bits and pieces. And I thought he played the event really well. Chris is a very good player as well, obviously.
It's also a very different painted Cathay army, which I really like.
But so Cathay, sorry, top rate was 74, bottom was 43. So very comparable to the vampires in that the range was 31.
Yeah.
Which is quite a big range, actually. I wonder if I can. Dare I try to actually change what I'm screen sharing and show the stats? Am I that good to do that
Where
while
it
we're
all
probably
goes wrong.
recording? I think we're probably not, to be honest. Oh my! Oh, I got Icarus. I flew too close to the sun there, Andy, and unfortunately, the people are just left with our 2 faces because
That's what they came for, really.
it's what I think so. So apologies. I will attempt to share this probably via the Facebook page if anyone wants to see the stats. So yeah, Cathay, similar range as vampires. I think what's interesting, they had a similar win rate. That Cathay won 60% of all their games, so they're still a very strong army.
Yeah. Then just not as, I don't want to say point and clicky, but you have to work more with them.
Now with the balloon company, I think you do.
Yeah. It's not just hit with 2 unkillable balloons, off they go.
Yeah, well, their loss rate was 30%, which was significantly more than Vampire's loss rate of 20.
Yeah.
So I think they became a bit more almost win or lose rather than win.
Yeah.
Obviously, they won nearly 2/3 of their games. Don't get me wrong, with a couple of draws in there, naturally. I think obviously this was a 20-0 system, not win loss draw, because alongside Keith, we also had Mikael, who brought Mortuary Cult and actually went 4 out of 4 wins. Naturally, some of those weren't as big, and that is the downfall of Mortuary Cult. They will always win, but won't always win big. That said, he did come in 4th place and only missed out on the podium by 2 points.
Because I played him game 3, I think.
Yes.
Which the Dorbo Shabty list was not good for me.
No. But lovely guy.
Lovely guy, though.
Really,
Really,
and his whole army was painted lovely, but his dragon was particularly nice, wasn't it?
yeah, that and the Bo Shabty were stunningly done.
Yeah. You can tell he cares about that army and really sort of it's a bit of a labour of love as well as being a powerful army.
He is a Tomb King. It's a bit like he just plays Tomb Kings, which is fine.
Like clearly a cool kid.
Well, stretch.
It's a well-known fact that nice people play Tomb Kings.
Don't think that's true.
No,
I don't think you'll get many people in the comments agreeing you.
It's out there on the internet. Nice guys
You
play
might get
Tomb
Brit
Kings.
agreeing with you, and that's probably about it.
No.
Nobody else.
I think so we've talked a little bit about vampires. I think what's interesting is in the top 10 we had 5 undead, so 4 vampires, 1 Tomb King, 2 Cathay, 2 High Elves as well, and a Warriors to round it out. I think the High Elves did very well.
Because they still do double dragon and stuff quite
I think they're arguably the best double dragon army, potentially. Or certainly one of.
Don't let Steve hear you with that. He won't like it.
What's interesting, so we had Pete and Nick came 8th and 9th respectively. There's 4 High Elf players. What was interesting, different army builds, etc. Their win rate, 48%.
Because I think one of the top High Elf players as well didn't have double dragon. You'd want to have a Griffin.
Yeah, but their loss rate, also 48%.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Isn't it? Yeah. So High Elves went 12 wins, 12 losses, and a draw.
Was that draw High Elf v High Elf?
Maybe that might be why it's only registered as 1 instead of 2, possibly.
I'm sure there was a game. Was it Mark Pete played Nick, I think, possibly? I'm sure there was one High Elf v High Elf, which would explain that anomaly.
Yeah.
I think
the other one,
it was
other army I want to pick out as some well-performing from a percentage point. Now, again, the smaller numbers of players you have, the less meaningful some of the stats become. That is, of course, you can make statistics say anything. You can find data to relatively prove anything you wanted to prove to a point.
If we do that, we just become politicians.
But obviously, there's only two people playing them. But Beastman, and by Beastman I mean specifically Wild Herd, had a 70% win rate over the weekend.
Just not big wins.
So yeah, between the two players, 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. It had a bigger win rate and the same loss rate as Vampires. Now again, it had 1/4 the number of players.
Yeah, but it's still interesting.
I mean, one of those was Nick, and if Nick can do well, anybody can.
But I don't think Nick didn't miscast and kill his whole army on Turn 1 this time.
Sorry, Nick, but no, he did well with them. I think that record says a lot for the potential in there of Beastmen in a win-loss draw environment. I think they're a very good army.
Yeah, they're very punchy.
And I think the beauty with Beastmen, I think, well, they've got multiple build options within Wild Herd.
We'll come to a bit of what we're doing with VC. Will make Beastmen VC much more interesting.
I think it'll make everything more interesting with Beastmen. There was one other stat I really kind of wanted to pick out, and that was Empire of Man. Only 3 players, admittedly. So again, not the kind of data we have from some of the other armies, but 3's, reasonable enough.
Were 2 and null, weren't they?
2 null, 1 grand army.
Oh, that
What's interesting though is that their stats were very comparable, and we had a 60% win rate from Empire.
Ooh, that's better than I thought it would be.
I know. 60% win rate and a 33% loss rate. So actually suggests that Empire have done very well over the weekend.
Yeah. But do you know what the best stat is? that we've run 3 events, and on each event, round 4, Todd has played Ian. Every event.
That is remarkable. That is
We couldn't
remarkable.
even rig it that well. I don't understand how that's happened.
No, I think so. But since we're talking stats and we're talking comp, let's talk a little bit about the vampire problem.
Yeah.
So
we had a chat a little bit Sunday as we're packing
sorry,
away the event.
just before we go into just to contextualize it for anyone who doesn't really track the competitive events and where it's come from a little bit. So following the introduction of Cathay comps, in the last 2 major GTs, so Forgotten North 3 at this weekend just gone, and at the Welsh Open held by Ollie at Firestorm Games a couple of weeks ago, which was an 84-man event, the single biggest event in the UK. Oz was only the biggest event in England.
So as the beast in a proper country.
Yeah, but no. So the 2 biggest events in the UK recently for old world specific events, that is, of the 6 podium finishers across those 2 events, 5 have been vampires. Is my understanding. They came first and second at the Welsh Open.
Yeah.
And first, second, and third at Forgotten North 3.
They're just so reliable.
And then that leads to where there's a bit of a comp required, and it's on us as TOs to look at the options for that. And I think you summarised it perfectly there when you said the word is reliable.
Yeah. I mean, we looked after Toy Soldier. We started looking at our comp for Catan. I think we're happy with where we got with the balloons and the rings. And
I think so, because if you look at it, we had 4 players. They came out with a 60%, like I say, a 60% win rate, a 30% loss rate. I think that's very acceptable for a good army. Don't get us wrong. But it's comparable to, say, the Empire's stats. It's just that they didn't score as highly as Empire. And piloted by some good players as well. But it had a very, 74 down to 43, 6% win rate. I think Cathay is still very, very competitive, but no longer dominant.
Yeah, you have to work for it now a bit more.
Yeah, and think differently about what you're doing with it.
Yeah, so we were we had a chat on Monday, didn't we? You, me, and Sam on Monday night and stuff. And we're like, with the Masters coming up, we really didn't want an event that's going to be 24 players, potentially 20 VC, because they're just that good. So we came up with about 6 different options.
Yeah,
one that we were
really firm on.
Almost.
Yeah, one that we thought was the main comp,
and then a few options for flavour.
Yeah, so the way the Masters comp on them, we had that conversation like Andy was just describing, and then we sent those options through to the UK and Ireland chairs to sort of cherry pick from our like sort of spitballing and brainstorming.
And they came back yesterday with the agreement of BSBs will not be giving you a reroll, so they'll be like a normal BSB.
Yeah.
So all these guaranteed
that includes
won't be happening.
That includes Tomb Kings.
Yes.
Poor innocent Tomb Kings being taken down because of their vampire cousins.
It's mostly mortuary cult, to be fair, to Tomb Kings that are the problem.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. Mortuary cult.
Mortuary cult, VC and Scots. That's the issues.
Well, hold on a second. What did you just slide in there? Was that just a rude dig at my good self?
But I think if we look at it now, you've got BSB with the reroll for getting people back. Leadership 8's not great. You throw in a reroll, you're doing it, what do we say, 6, 7 times?
Well, I think
you can kill 20 Graveguard and they'll all just come back.
Yeah, I think by putting in the no BSB reroll, it limits their resurrection. It limits the helm of commandment.
And the 4 at wards now a bit more iffy whether you're going to get stupid or not. Yeah,
so I think that's probably, personally, we talk about the best initial comp on them.
Yeah, I spoke to a few of the lads like at the event on the weekend, and they were like, "Yeah, that's by far probably what we need more than anything else."
Well, it makes the likelihood of you getting all of the buffs, all of the spells, etc., up on your Graveguard less likely, and it makes it less likely.
Into a weapon skill 3 Graveguard block.
It also means that less likely that they're all going to come back.
Yeah. So if you've got a
Um,
shooty army, you can take off half the unit, and odds on they're not all going to be back next turn. You haven't just wasted your entire turn just rolling pointless dice.
but I think the other thing you and I were very conscious of, wasn't it, that if you take too heavy-handed an approach, that's not okay to the VC players either, though.
Yeah, we said we'd rather do too little and then go, actually, we need a little bit more and add something else in after the Masters.
So, I mean, I live in hope, and it is a vain hope, so don't laugh at us, that in January, February, when we get the next expected FAQ from GW, they might do a pass over legacy armies.
It's a
It's
big
unlikely. It's unlikely. I know that, but
I think we'll have to be just
I'm an
Cathay
optimistic
camp, I
guy.
think they'll get hit.
Oh, Cathay are going to get whopped, I think.
So I think our comp for Cathay will have to change after that FAQ.
Yeah. So I think obviously Masters is out there now. The comp for Forgotten North 4 we will build after the FAQ, or we will confirm and then release it after the FAQ.
With comp, the other one that the chairs have agreed with is the 0 to 3 ethereal units.
Yeah, no.
Which includes obviously the black coach that can go, the character that you can get ethereal. So you'll no longer have 2 Banshees, 2 Hex Wraiths, and an ethereal Necromancer.
Yeah, obviously this was one of the options we put forward. I'm less sure this one's super necessary.
I've
However,
not come across much. There's a lot of ethereal units, but I mean, all my armies have got stuff to deal with them, so it's not something I've ever had an issue with.
I think the thing is, every vampire army there pretty much had double Banshee, double Hexwraith.
And a Lord most of the time with ethereal.
Half of them at least. But either way, though, there's 4, and every army had the same 4, which was double Banshee, double Hexwraith. So even if this limits one of those things, that's a good thing.
Because it's not expensive for double Hexwraith, double Banshee either, comparatively with the rest of your army.
Sorry?
Because it's not that expensive, really, to get 2 Banshees and Hexwraith.
No, they're not expensive at all. I mean, then you've got the question, do you go 1-1 and something else? Or do you go double Banshee, one single block of Hexwraith kind of thing?
Personally, I'll probably go Ethereal Lord, Banshee, Hexwraith.
What do you are you a black coach enjoyer?
You don't really, apart from Charlie, I don't think I've ever seen anybody use one.
I've used one against you.
Have you?
Yes.
I remember it wasn't in your map.
You went first and threw rocks at it with Colin before I could turn it ethereal.
Was he in your Scream list?
Yeah.
I don't remember him. He must have died too early.
I think you killed him in first turn with bloody stone throwers.
That does sound like something I would do, to be fair.
And I'm fairly sure it was indirect fire as well.
That's why you love Collins?
It's not.
You only see me with Collins, to be fair.
But I do. So I think stat-wise, I think the other thing when we circle back a little bit to come off the vampire problem, that we had a win on 83 points, which is, in a positive way, less than our winner on Forgotten North 2.
Yeah, because Charlie went mental at the last Forgotten North.
Well, he got 99 points. He only dropped 1 point all weekend, didn't he? Which was
99 or 98, I can't remember.
Frankly,
it was something ridiculous.
Outrageous. And our last place person was Chris with that list. That wasn't his. Only scored 3 points all weekend.
Bit of a difference.
And that said, though, I think the fact that Chris genuinely had a really lovely time shows like the hobby is about more than just winning.
Yeah, I think a lot of people now are having it more for the social community aspect over winning an event.
And I think with that in mind, I would certainly reference for the people who are attending Masters of Forgotten North 4, or indeed Future Forgotten North 5, the Friday night social aspect I thought was genuinely excellent. So we open up the room for anyone who doesn't know on the Friday night. It's happy hour at the hotel. It's £2.20 for on selected pints or house wine or a house spirit. Between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. But even after that, we have the room open pretty much all night until Well, I gave up, went to bed at midnight
What time do
because
Scottish lads leave? 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning?
oh, I mean, they were still there when I went to bed.
Yeah.
Like, they were lucky I stayed up till midnight. Let's be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, Stan had a game on the Friday. I had a couple of games on the Friday night.
Yeah, God, there was lots of games going on. Rich had a game against Warwick. God, there was loads of games going on. I think
Liam played Callum, didn't he?
Sorry?
Did Liam play Callum?
Ye-
No,
Oh, no, did Liam play? Did he play Brennan?
Brennan.
Or did
That's
they
who
play at the event?
he
But
played the PC, didn't he?
it was just a really that Friday night social. I think is a really wonderful sort of aspect and a different thing that we offer.
Yeah, because some of it
Totally
was
free entry. Come down, play games, whatever.
Other local lads just coming down because they're playing over the weekend, come down the Friday for an extra night. It's just.
I mean, some guys even just sort of like moved scenery aside and had a catch up, and I think they played some sort of card game, which I think is a really nice thing as well.
Yeah. I've no idea what that card game was, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
No, I didn't know what it was either, but it looked interesting.
Was that John and stuff? I think he was.
Yeah, John and Eddie and Liam and Martin, I think, was like I'd use it as an opportunity to have a nice catch up and play.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually one of the best things about an event
If
like
you look
this.
at the Scottish guys. We haven't seen the Scottish guys for 18 months, 2 years since we went to Inverness.
Just really nice to catch up with people. So yeah, there's that. I did want to then mention something else that we just touched on a second ago, and now it's now escaped us.
For those people that are interested, I was talking to some of the Scottish lads, and apparently when me and Scott first went up, we created a bit of an issue up there. Well, I say we, Scott apparently, because they're all nice players, and they met Scott, and they all said after that, the list started getting dirty after we met Scott. You ruined Scotland. It's basically what they said. They were a nice, fun community, and then they met Scott, who, for clarity, our first event we went up, I took a fluffy dark elf list. Scott took absolute filth from a Tamarakan with flying Kadais. We went for lunch. He was like, "Who's got the filthiest list?" And we're like, "Are you taking the mick?" It's you, Brian.
I can't. To be fair, on this occasion, I will accept that list was a particularly disgusting 8th edition Chaos Dwarf list because they did allow Kadai that could fly. So I took a flying Kadai, a regular Kadai, double Iron Demon, and a flying Lord. I'm not gonna lie though, it was arguably the most fun I've ever had.
I think the highlight of that tournament was you going, "Has Techley's not got a ward save?"
Yeah, that blew my fragile mind.
Sorry,
I've remembered what I was just going to sort of circle back to a little bit as well was just to once again give a particular shout out to Richie from Dowie After Dark, Brewis, Alex, Charlie Delivered a Castle, like the live stream they did, and they will be doing a live stream of the Masters and already confirmed they'll be streaming a Forgotten North 4 as well.
And for the record, they also had to help with the awards for the baggage train because you, me, and Stan could not decide on the awards.
Honestly, the other thing I think we're looking to do not for Masters because it's too tight a turnaround, and a smaller event, but for Forgotten North 4 when it's 60 players again, and after how good all how challenging the painting on nominations were, that we're going to nominate the armies. We're going to nominate, say, our top 5 or 6 armies, which will all be recognised with some sort of prize, hopefully. And then we will open the actual award up to votes. Which I think
too hard for us to pick.
They're too good. They're too good.
And again, probably if it's still a tie, then it'll probably go to Dowie After Dark and Brewis just to go. It's this or this or this.
Well, I think maybe it's nice with it being with Dowie After Dark coming down and doing all the streaming. We might even give him sole responsibility for one of our awards, possibly, sort of thing.
Best dwarf.
Oh God,
it's the only one he'll be unbiased for.
You're right. What if we can't give him any power because he'll just pick a dwarf?
He can present best dwarf in race.
Yeah, he can do that. Yeah.
He'd be quite happy doing that, to be fair.
Yeah, he would. But I think sort of all in all, a really, really excellent weekend that went incredibly smoothly. everyone seemed to have a blast. What I would say is if you have attended, like, please reach out to us via email or Facebook, or even drop us a comment on YouTube on any feedback you do have, anything that you think we could do better, because we're always trying to improve the events for everyone. And all that information will be in the bottom for anyone who is watching or has spent the time to watch or look at the pictures, etc. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. It appeases the YouTube algorithm gods and make us feel like we're remotely liked in the world.
I think this year we had a nice touch from the hotel that day 2 provided free coffee.
I thought the hotel were exceptional, to be honest.
Especially
Abby
the
on the
barmaid.
bar,
She was lovely.
who was the same the same barmaid we had at Forgotten North 2. Like, I thought she was excellent. The hotel
She
was
knows how mental we all are, so it's fine.
the hotel was excellent. The food was really good on the Saturday night meal. Wasn't as good. Was a bit more spread out, which was a shame because obviously there was just so much more of us. If we get even more again, we might even get the whole section of the restaurant booked out, which then could just get a little bit louder and sillier, which would be nice. But I'd rather do a cracking breakfast as well. So the hotel really do look after us for what are very, very competitive room rates. Like, very, very competitive. You won't find it. You won't. I genuinely don't think you'll find an event where you can get rooms at the same venue cheaper anywhere.
And we're quite lucky that they kept the prices the same for the Masters time and stuff like that. We've been quite fortunate, I think, with the hotel to a degree.
Well, they're currently sort of doing out some of their rooms, and they've already confirmed that the rates we have agreed currently will stay in place throughout 2026,
which is
because
amazing.
of the long-term agreement that we've had with them and the good events that we've ran together, which I think shows as well. It's all about relationships. It's all about building community. It's all about building the event. Any money we do make, which is nothing so far from the events, just goes back into trophies. So now that we're starting to almost break even, that'll just go back into more trophies, better things, like asking, and we'll pay a bit extra, get some coffee urns in the room throughout the day, maybe on the mornings. More things just to keep making the event that little bit more special where we can.
Yeah. It's going to be the kind of event that we would want to go to.
Well, that was the aim throughout, wasn't it? When you, I, and Stan was it one of our travels back from Colchester when we first started talking about Forgotten North, so that all those years ago?
I would imagine it's got to be. It's whether we do that or Cardiff, one of the two.
It must have been one of the big ones, but the Forgotten North, I'm proud to say, is developed into one of the event that we hoped it would do. It's an event I'd love to attend, and I genuinely, though, now I think I may well take more enjoyment running events than I do playing events.
Well, I've said for years when I used to run the one day, running an event, I find a lot more. Can you actually appreciate it more?
Yeah.
Obviously, with you playing in the Masters, you'll get to be in a full Forgotten North event for the first time.
I know, honestly,
It'll be a very weird thing.
I'm really looking forward to it because I won't have, other than help set up and all the rest of it. That's then me. I'm just a player.
I'll even return the favour, and while you're playing, I'll get you drinks in the bar like you did for me this weekend.
And I did. I was a wonderful team player.
Yeah, he's like, here's another Coke, and I was like, brilliant.
No, I'm a little bit apprehensive about Masters in that regard, in the fact that
because you don't want to win an event you're running.
Well, I haven't played a singles event since Toy Soldier back in
2 days. Was Toy Soldier October or the first week of November?
No. I mean, it's only just November now.
I meant September, October. Sorry.
It was August because it was pre-Worlds.
Oh, was it August?
Or early September.
Just the one day at Darlington.
I've been to one day at Darlington, but it was a really fun event. I enjoyed it a lot. The Gathering Point guys do a lovely little job.
Yeah. But a one day is very different to a 2 day.
Very different. So, come the Masters, I won't have played a real competitive event since WTC and Worlds.
And that was a difference. It's teams. It's a different style event.
Yeah. I love teams and being part of that, and looking forward to 2026 with is incredible. Hopefully, we'll get a bit now that we're more confident in it, more comfortable with it. We'll do more content on the channel about Team England as well for people who do enjoy.
I think what will be
that stage
interesting
of
for the
Warhammer.
Masters is will Mop and Sam go out till 4 a.m. again?
Well, it didn't stop them this time, did it?
It's the Masters
Sorry,
now. Will they actually
five
try and be a
past
bit better?
6 in the morning.
Yeah, I was getting up then.
So I think for in the relatively upcoming future, so I'm about to disappear on holiday for a week or so.
Respite for the rest of us.
I know, but coming up, we're going to aim to get Amy on to talk about her best army and just the hobby in general. And we'll also try to get, as a bare minimum, we'll reach out to our winners to see if they want to come on and just talk through their lists and things like that, which will be lovely. But also, anyone else got anything particular they'd like to see on the channel from a content point of view, please reach out. We're always more than happy to have a topic to go natter about for our sort of Warhammer wanderings, have we called them, when we just get on and talk rubbish, which is, our favourite thing to do about Warhammer.
Everyone loves our rubbish chats.
And then sort of post-Christmas, we're going to hopefully they will start doing more sort of art modelling updates, like what we're doing in our modelling time, things like that. But we'll have a little bit more content out between a few more things still coming out between now and Christmas for sure. But
We've all got new projects coming up or starting very soon.
We certainly have, haven't we? And we'll share a bit more of that. It's in the near future. So I think until then, we've got anything else we wanted to really get over? I don't think we do we?
Can't think of anything.
We're dangerously close. Well, I'd say talk sensible, but that went ages ago, didn't it?
That went after about, dare I say, 2, maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if it lasted that long. But otherwise, I think we'll leave it at that. We'll say thank you once again to everybody who attended the Forgotten North 3 event. We look forward to seeing more people at Masters, and we look forward and thank you to everyone who's already got a ticket for Forgotten North 4. Absolutely means sort of the world to us. So, thank you very much. And until then, please subscribe, and roll some dice. We'll see you later on. Thank you.
See you later.